We've talked about this before in many other videos.
Yep.
Those that use the AI, they win.
They
And
have
so,
a big advantage over those that don't.
right, we could spend all day sitting here thinking of names and not, hey, you could do that. You could spend 8 hours trying to find names, or you could take 5 seconds and use ChatGPT to do it for you. And that
Exactly.
5 seconds could have been worth $300 to you.
Welcome back to Making Money with AI. And today we're showing you how to make $9,334 a month by simply typing names. And we have this amazing new ChatGPT feature we're going to share with you as well.
Yeah, so this is really crazy. Like, we're always trying to kind of hack the latest and greatest things, always bring you the latest and greatest strategy. And it is what exactly Dave says, and that is being able to just create a name. How simple is that? Creating a name and getting paid hundreds of dollars per pop. How is that possible? Well, we're going to show you the platform that pays you this. We're also going to show you a brand new feature in ChatGPT that brings all this together. It's a wonderful, beautiful thing.
All right, so let's get started with this walkthrough. We're going to show you this platform called Squad Help. Now, Squad Help has been around a while, but they've got this amazing feature called naming contests. You can get custom name suggestions from hundreds of naming experts as you're guided through our naming agency style process. Look at what they have here. They have naming contests. So let's say that you want a name for a website. You want a name for your business. You want a name for your brand. You want a name for just about anything, right? And you're having trouble coming up with just that perfect name. Well, you can set up a naming contest here. And when you do that, you start a contest and people will then start submitting names, and you, as the business owner, pay them for the name. Now, put yourself on the other side of this, and you can create names for these particular businesses, websites, startups, or brands. So here's some people who've recently won a contest for naming things. So this person named a tech startup Easy Rise, right? EasyRise.com. She won $300 for that name, for coming up with that name. This person had a winning design for a logo that was $225. There's other ones like naming a food and beverage business. The winning name was Chit Chat, and it was they paid $200 for that, and so on. And you can just keep going down the page. Here's a classic name for a venture capital and investment firm, and that they won $300. So think about this. You're winning $300 for every name that wins the contest. And all you got to do is go over here to ChatGPT and check out this, this feature right here, Brainstorm Names. So you could say, brainstorm names for my fantasy football team with a frog theme or whatever.
Or brainstorm names for the name of a company.
For the name of a business, right? So I'm clicking on that, and it's going to just, it'll just give you the example. It's showing you names for a fantasy football team with a frog theme, right? And so literally ChatGPT is giving you all the different suggestions for, in this case, a name for a fantasy football team, right? But let's say that you want to go brainstorm 20 names for a tech startup that makes it easy for people to make money with AI. Let's say that's what the business was, the contest was. So you come over here and it's like cheating.
Yeah, I mean, but it's hey, if it's a cool name, it's a cool name. That business doesn't care where it came from. You're the one that brought that. Like, let's just say they went with AI Harvest. Okay, I'm looking at number 19 here,
right?
Or whatever it is. Number 6 is Quanta Cash. Okay, yeah, the AI came up with it, but we came up with it in the sense that we put in the prompt. We took the 5 seconds to put this together. We're using it. That's the thing. Life isn't fair right now. And we've talked about this before in many other videos.
Yep.
Those that use the AI, they win.
They have a big advantage over those that don't.
Right. We could spend all day sitting here thinking of names and not, hey, you could do that. You could spend 8 hours trying to find names, or you could take 5 seconds and use ChatGPT to do it for you. And that 5 seconds could have been worth $300 to you. So
pretty amazing.
It's awesome.
The other thing about ChatGPT is you could say, well, these seem a little XYZ. Can you please give me some that are more ABC, right? You could have a conversation with ChatGPT, and you could be saying, hey, I need it more like in this direction. I needed more emphasizing the AI, or I needed more emphasizing the making money part, or whatever. And it'll give you another 20 names and then another 20 names. And you can just find that perfect name in seconds, where before you might be sitting there just thinking up ideas like what would be some good names for this, right? And James, you and I come up with ideas for names of our products, our courses that we launch, and sometimes we have a page of like 30 names, right, before we land on the perfect name, and that's us doing it manually. I think in the future we should just go to ChatGPT and have it come up with some good names for us too.
And this might seem kind of weird to people, the fact that there's a site out there just to help name companies. I worked for a company one time, and they internally they did a contest. It was $2,000 to come
Wow.
up with the right name. So this site is like $300 or whatever, but they're actually paying more. Obviously, the company's paying more than that. So to get this crowd funded, that company might be paying $1,000, and they're giving 300 to the person that comes up with it. It's a really cool idea. That's a really cool thing to do just in general, Dave.
Right.
That's a whole other niche. Is like you could make Fiverr gigs, you could do things. I will come up with the name for your product. That's
Yes.
something I would love. I would pay for someone, Dave, as you know,
Yep.
it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of skill to make great products. But we honestly, how much of our time do we spend when we make a product just focusing on the name? Like in terms of the amount of time that's spent for something so simple, we've gone back and forth sometimes for days on a name.
Check this out on Fiverr. I will develop and brainstorm 10 catchy and original name ideas for your business. I'll
There you
craft
go.
this name for a company brand. I'll create business brand ideas, crisp brand name for business. Now these are super cheap, right? But you could do, how quick can you do these with ChatGPT, right?
Right.
I mean, we just showed you it spit out a 20 name list in a matter of seconds. So imagine how many times you could be doing that. And this is just one thing. Like you,
And that's Dave, and that goes, this goes into a bigger premise here. We've talked about this before, just in Fiverr alone. Before you can't be anywhere and everywhere all at the same time. But sometimes
right.
people try and find the one gig they could do. You're to the point now where you could come up with 20 gigs, and this could be one of them. That okay, now I can do names of companies, and all
Yep.
you're sitting back, and all of a sudden, person picks gig number 3 today. Someone picks gig number 7 tomorrow, but you're able to do all these things in 5 seconds in ChatGPT. Well, who cares? You could
Exactly.
have 30 things you could do. And
Look at
so
this
this
one
is really
here.
cool.
This one here, I will create brand, business, or product names from $250.
Wow.
And by the way, he's got 344 reviews on that gig. It's incredible, right? So here's the thing, and I didn't even mean to do this, but thanks to you, James, you mentioned Fiverr. We happen to have a course on this. We happen to have a course all about Fiverr and this is just one type of gig you can do on Fiverr. There's dozens of gigs you can do on Fiverr with ChatGPT, and we explore those in great detail in our Fiverr course. But not only ChatGPT, but also images, AI images, and Midjourney. We explore all those niches in the course as well. So it's just kind of a perfect segue. We're not planning to do this. I know it's going to sound like we're trying to sell our course,
Well,
but
we always want to push our courses because our
exactly,
courses are so amazing. But
exactly.
that wasn't our initial thought on this video. But Dave, going back to the initial premise where the site pays you the $300 or whatever,
Yep.
one of the things they had there too is they pay for the logo. Well, of course, Midjourney can make the logos for you. So it
Yep.
all comes together. There's many different ways to kind of slice it here, but the bottom line is you absolutely can get paid with seconds of work to just come up with a name. So this video is hot. This premise is hot. You need to jump on this and start getting in the game. If you're not using these strategies, now is the time. Now is
Yep.
the time to get in there with what we're telling you in our channel and in our courses. Start making it happen.
You have a huge advantage over people who are not using AI right now. They're doing it manually, like I've mentioned, we do sometimes with our products. You could be doing it so much faster, so much better, and cashing in on it real easily. So thanks again for joining us here on the channel. Thank you for your support. We've grown so fast, and we're just so grateful for all of you that have subscribed to our channel and also that have subscribed to our AI newsletter. By the way, we have a brand new gift for you. If you look down in the description below, or you hit the QR code that we're going to show on the screen, you're going to get our 40 ways to make money with ChatGPT ebook totally free when you subscribe to our AI newsletter. And the AI newsletter is totally free as well. Everything's free, right? So be sure and check that out. It'll be in our description down below. And we'll see you next time on Making Money with AI.